Palpatine's greatest triumph wasn't destroying the Jedi or terrorizing the galaxy with the Death Star. It was weaponizing the Republic's economy. While the Jedi fought on the battlefield, Palpatine quietly won the real war, not as a Sith Lord, but as the galaxy's most ruthless CEO. And the Jedi never saw it coming. The Sith were once destroyers, conquering worlds through brute force, but Darth Sidious changed everything. He didn't rely solely on the Force or the Death Star to seize control. Instead, he turned the Republic's economy into his ultimate weapon. Every trade route, corporation, and credit became part of his arsenal. While the Jedi prepared for lightsaber duels and space battles, Palpatine played the long game. The Republic's economy was vast but fractured. Trade routes spanned the galaxy, yet corporate greed thrived, and galactic commerce fueled a seemingly unshakable system. But beneath the surface, the strength was riddled with weaknesses that Palpatine was quick to exploit. The intergalactic banking clan acted as a de facto central bank, controlling the Republic's currency. Corporations like the Trade Federation and Techno Union wielded power equal to planetary governments, with their own fleets and armies. These were not business interests, they were nations in all but name. Meanwhile, the Senate, mired in corruption, was powerless to rein them in. Palpatine's Sith Master Darth Plagueis had already begun exploiting these flaws. As a Mun with deep ties to the banking clan, Plagueis manipulated galactic finance, setting the stage for the Republic's collapse. Palpatine took these lessons further. As Supreme Chancellor, he orchestrated the Separatist crisis, pitting these corporate powers against one another. They believed they were gaining influence, but Palpatine was pulling the strings. By the war's end, Palpatine dismantled their leadership, absorbed their fleets and factories, and centralized their resources under the Galactic Empire. The Republic's economy, once a beacon of galactic stability, became the foundation for the Sith's industrial war machine. Palpatine didn't just conquer the galaxy, he bought it, one corporation at a time. While Palpatine waged an economic war, the Jedi fought a battle they couldn't win. They saw the Clone Wars as a struggle between light and dark, never realizing the true stakes. Every move they made on the battlefield only played into Palpatine's hands. The Jedi turned a blind eye to Outer Rim exploitation, relied on Kamino's for-profit clone army, and underestimated the Sith's manipulation of the Republic's systems. Their teachings were rooted in fighting armies and dark side warriors, not shadowy figures reshaping the galaxy through trade deals and Senate votes. The tragedy? The Jedi weren't fighting Palpatine, they were fighting the Sith of 1,000 years before. The Rule of Two, designed by Darth Bane to keep the Sith in the shadows, had evolved under Palpatine. While the Jedi clung to their ancient teachings, the Sith adapted. By the time the Jedi realized the scope of Palpatine's plans, it was already too late. With the Republic's economy firmly under his control, Palpatine transformed the galaxy's wealth into a centralized system that powered the Empire. The Trade Federation, Techno Union, and Intergalactic Banking Clan were dismantled, their resources redirected to Imperial production. Lesser-seen corporations like Sinar Fleet Systems and Kuat Drive Yards became pillars of the Empire's military-industrial complex. Sinar Fleet Systems mass-produced TIE fighters, creating the backbone of the Imperial fleet. Kuat Drive Yards dominated the capital ship market with star destroyers that symbolized Imperial power. Meanwhile, projects like the Death Star showcased Palpatine's ultimate vision, a galaxy united under fear and industry. Even the Empire's shift from clones to conscripts reflected Palpatine's ruthless pragmatism. Why pay for perfection when endless recruits could be trained for far less? Palpatine's genius lay in weaponizing the Republic's free market economy to build a centralized industrial empire. By the time the Empire rose, the galaxy's wealth had become the Sith's ultimate weapon. The Jedi's failure wasn't just tactical, it was philosophical. They viewed the Clone Wars as a moral struggle, but Palpatine's war was fought with manipulation and exploitation, battlegrounds the Jedi never entered. The Jedi couldn't adapt to this new reality. While they meditated on the Force, Palpatine consolidated power in ways they couldn't understand. The Jedi didn't lose because of Order 66, they lost because they fought the wrong war. Do you think the Jedi could have stopped Palpatine if they had recognized the true war being waged against them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed exploring this side of Star Wars lore, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the galaxy far, far away. Until next time, my faithful acolytes, may the dark side and the free market be with you.